Alright, well, I'm going to show you how to disassemble a 1911 pistol. This is a Kimber, standard 1911 style, 45 auto. You can see it's empty. So basically, I'm going to show you how to easily disassemble it for cleaning. So first thing you want to do is remove the magazine, lock back the slide, and then we're going to notice down here there's a small hole. Might be hard to see, but there's an actual hole inside the guide rod, and what we're going to do is stick something inside that hole so that you can actually pull the slide off. So easiest thing that I find, paper clip. Straighten it out, get it straight, flat as you can, because it's going to have to slide along with the bolt out. Take a pair of pliers. You want to bend the tip so it's no wider than the bolt. So, something like that. And then what you'll do is you're going to insert it into the hole in the bolt guide, like such. You might have to hold it in there, and then release the slide. And what that does, keeps the slide from coming all the way forward under spring tension. From that point, where a slide stop is, there's usually a notch on the slide. What we're going to do is we're going to line those up like that. So you should be able to see that. So right there, there's a notch on the slide, so we line those up. That way we can actually push this out. So if you flip it over, you'll see it's the other side, slide stop. It'll push that all the way through, basically pull it straight out like that. Set that side, and then from here your slide will just actually come right off like that, and you're left with the frame and basically trigger assembly, safety, hammer. One thing I wouldn't do is go ahead and decock the hammer. I'd just leave it as is. For now, just set this aside. So this is a slide. Bolt guide will come right out. Just slide it all the way out, just like this. It's under spring tension. We'll set that aside. And then the bolt itself will also slide out, just like that. And then I got the barrel, slides right out. And the slide here, this is what we'll clean, reassemble. This is the barrel, breech end, and we'll clean this as well. Typically, if it's a stainless steel barrel, I'll just clean it with soapy water. Seems to work pretty good. If I get a lot of copper buildup in it, then I'll go ahead and use a solvent or a copper solvent to clean out any copper or lead in it. But for the most part, it's just going to have burnt powder and fouling in it. And because it's stainless, it cleans up pretty quickly and pretty easily just in my stainless kitchen sink with just a little bit of dish liquid, and I'll run I'll brush through it, rinse it out a couple times, run a couple patches through it, spray it some oil, dry it off, pretty much good to go. Same with the slide stop. I just go ahead and clean that in the sink as well, because it's stainless as well, and it's just got a little bit of powder fouling on it. As far as the bolt guide, that I typically will clean with a solvent, hops or shooter's choice, something like that. Get all the powder off of it, dry it real good. Make sure you use a scrub brush to scrub down inside the spring assembly, and then I'll put a couple drops of oil down inside here, core oil or any type of good lubricating, penetrating oil. Let that sit for a while, dry it back off, wipe it down with a really light coat of oil, and then that's about it. For slide, I typically just take a toothbrush and I will take light solvent like hops and just wet the toothbrush, go through, scrub it all out real good, scrub down where the firing pin is, rub it down with a patch with some hops on it, use a couple dry patches, dry it off, and after that maybe a light coat of oil, not too much, because anytime you put too much oil on it, it'll just accumulate more residue. As far as the frame goes, same thing. I'll clean down in here. The guide ramp is, it's going to come up with a magazine well. Clean that good, clean all these rails, and then what I'll do is I'll put a light coat of grease anywhere that is going to contact the slide. So I'll grease here, I'll grease these rails. Anywhere you see that it's shiny or the finish is wearing off, that's where it's making contact with the slide. Grease it up real good, and then reassemble it. So we'll reassemble it now. So basically I start with the barrel and the slide. So we'll go ahead and stick the barrel back in, basically right through the front. Then we're going to take the bolt guide, and there's like a cutout side on the bolt guide you'll see here. That actually makes contact with the bottom of the barrel. So just slide that through, lay that right on top like that, and then this little swivel here is where slide stop actually has to go through this. So it's going through the frame, through that hole in the frame right here, and then it's actually traveling through that and then through this. So you want to make sure when you put these together that these are lined up so you can actually push this through. So I find the easiest way to do it is you hold the slide in your hand, you take the frame, put it upside down, and you just slide it in. Then flip it over and then align the barrel, the slide, and the bolt stop, so you can now stick that back through like that, line that up, and then you're going to move the slide back to where that notch was. So it's just right about there. Push it all the way through so it comes out the other end. Cock it back, pull your paper clip back out, release it, lower the hammer, test functionality, all works good. That's basically it. Disassemble, reassemble of 1911. Hope it helps.